Hello and welcome to this 11 lecture series on Python programming language. Today we will see the last lecture of this series, that is on file IO, file input output, or reading and writing to a file. So for reading and writing files, we have one function open. Now if you look at this function, how this function can be used: open, name of the file, and mode. So what this function will return? This function will return a file object, and that file object is referred by f. And what is mode here? The way in which the file will be used. So what are the different modes are there? If mode value is r, then the file is opened as read only file. If the mode value is w, then the file is for write only. If a is written, then the file mode is append. So a file will be opened, already it has some data, and the new data will be written at the end of the file. And r plus indicates that the file is open for read as well as write. Now we'll see the various methods or functions of file object. Now here we have various methods of file object. The first one is f is the file object, read size. Now read. So when you are opening a file for reading purpose in read mode, that time you can apply read command or read method. Here we are specifying how many bytes we want to read, the size of the file. So here, not size of the file, size of the number of bytes you can want to read from the file. So this is the data size, and it returns a string. Then we have another, that same function but without any parameter. So if you are using a read function without any parameter, it shows that it will return the entire file as a string. Then we have a statement f dot read line. Now this f dot read line indicates that from the file we are reading a single line at a time. Now if this f dot read line return an empty string, it indicates the end of file, because see, at the end of the file that there will be no data, so it will result into an empty string. So if empty string means it reached to the end of the file. So for reading lines from a file, we can loop over the file object. So how we can loop over the file object? So here, so for all in f with colon, so what we can do here? Print line in. Actually here, instead of line, see this one, what it is, all. So here what we have to write? For all in f. Now f is the file object, so that file may contains different lines. Now here we are reading each line from the file. So for all in f, print all comma end equal to. So here space. Why we are writing space here? Because if you are not writing this end equal to only space character, by default it is a new line character. But when you are reading a line from the file, then this line itself contain /n at the end, that is new line character. And if we have not written this end here, then two new line characters will be there. Then after each line there will be an empty line. So to avoid that one, we are writing here end is equal to space. What it indicates? That the file will not end, after print statement we are not giving a new line character. Now we have one function list f. Now what this list f will do? It will prepare a list from the contents of a file. So if the file contains 25 lines, then this list will hold the lines and its length will be 25. The similar action we can get from f dot read lines. So this will again returns a list which contains, for example, that 25 lines. So this will read all lines in a file into a list. Now we'll see one example, that n is equal to f.write python.darshmohi.com. Now what we did here, we are writing. So to write into a file, remember first you need to open that file. You know how to open that file in which mode? In the write mode, or read and write mode, or append mode. So three modes are possible when you want to write to the file. Now what you are writing here? python.darshmohi.com. And what this n will be? After writing the number of characters into that file, it will return the number of characters. So that will be in the form of n. So when we are dealing with a file object, here I would like to mention one important point, that it is a good practice to use with keyword when we are dealing with the file objects. Either you are reading from a file, or you are writing to a file, you are appending the contents to the file. It is always good to open that file object or use that with keyword. So due to this, what will happen? The file is properly closed after its shoot. Now shoot is another name for a block. Will finishes. So after finishing the block of statement, the file will be closed. When you are dealing with. If you are not used the with, then what will happen? The file will not close automatically. Explicitly you have to give the close command. Further, irrespective of exception raised or not, it will always close the file. And also it is much smaller to use with in the program or in the code as compared to use the try, except and except finally block. While dealing with the file, many times we have to work with the structured data. Now when we say about the structured data, in the internet fraternity, the JSON is very popular. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation, and it's a very popular data interchange format. Now this structured data with JSON, now how we can interact this, or how we can do this with Python programming language. So for that we'll see one example. Now here see these two words, serializing and deserializing. Now serializing, when you are storing your data into a file using JSON, so we'll call it as a serializing. And when that serialized data or encoded data you are reading back from the JSON, that we are naming it as a deserializing. So we'll see here, serializing means JSON is a standard module. It takes Python data hierarchies and convert them to string representation. This process is called serializing. So it will take the Python data hierarchies and store it in the form of a string. And deserializing means the opposite of serialization. It is reconstructing the data from the string representation. So here I will show one example where we are considering how to use it. For that we have separate module JSON. So we have to import JSON, and then dump function is there. Using this dump function, we are dumping, or we are serializing the X to the file. Now here it is to be noted that F is a file which is open to write. So when you are using a dump command or dump function on the object X, now X is the object which you would like to write to the file, then that file must be opened in the writing mode. If that file is opened in the read mode, then this will generate an exception. So what this dump function will do, it serializes the object to a text file. Now when you want to again take back that item stored from in the file, then it is called as deserialization. And to decode the object from the file and read it, we have the function load. Now how to use this load function? X is equal to json.load f. Now as opposed to f, here f is open for writing, but here f is open to read from the file, and whatever you will read from the file, that will be referred by the string X. Now this is the short introduction for file input output. Now here I have given the idea about the how to use file IO in Python, and also how to use it with JSON. Now here we complete our 11th lecture series on Python programming language. For details and any additional document or additional notes, additional quiz, you can visit our website python.darshamohi.com. Thank you.